Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the NECA action figure of Value Stop Ash from Ash vs. Evil Dead. As a longtime fan of NECA, it's been interesting to watch them evolve as a toy company over the years, as far as like all their new points of articulation, the detail and the sculpt improving over the years, the new ways of tooling their figures and painting their figures. And to me, like the latest bit of impressive updates is the new Ash figure. We've seen with like the Predator Dutch figure and like Rambo and Rocky how they've taken to like creating like a plastic or like a vinyl, whatever they use, base head without painting it and letting the base color be skin and letting the paint highlight that. And this figure kind of continues that, but there's a lot of good detailed within the sculpt and everything else as far as the fabric and all that. But I really like how they've handled Bruce Campbell's head here. Well, I just knocked him over. So with his head here, one of the things that they've done, like I just said, is the base surface material is skin, and then there's just like some paint to kind of highlight all the things like the blood, the lips, the teeth, the eyes, and it's really, really, really well done. I think the likeness here is just fantastic. And the sculpt of like the hair and the wrinkles in his forehead, because let's face it, Ash has gotten older over the years, and you can see the wrinkles around his eyes, the puffy bags under his eyes, that little scar on his chin. Really, really, really strong details in this figure. I'm just gonna keep bringing this as close as I can to the lens here, so you guys can admire what great work has gone into this. The lightness is just fantastic. The separation between the teeth underneath the lips is great. The kind of darkening on the upper lip where he might have some little 5 o'clock shadows starting to come in. The cheekbones, the kind of gray paint in the hair, the detailed sculpt of the hair, the profile, his nose, that infamous chin. Like, this is some great, great sculpting. The eyebrows and eyeball paint are well done. The inner lip paint is great. I can't rave enough about how good this head turned out. Even just the way his hair is coiffed in the back there. You can see the sculpt of the fabric here. Looks really, really good as well. The details on his shirt with his name tag and his little pocket protector with pens in it. The paint on the buttons looks good. The kind of shading on the shirt looks good. The wrinkling of the pants is great, especially when you get to the bottom. And even the detail on the shoes is good. Articulation on this is solid too, with ball joints at the shoes. You got the hinge and swiveling knee joint that's kind of covered in the front. You've got the ball kind of hinged joint at the leg. There is a ball joint within the torso, so you get a good range of motion above the waist. We get the like the ball hinged joint at the shoulder. We have, as far as I've seen, this is the first for me. There might be other figures I've missed, but we have a double swiveling elbow joint there, so that's nice. We get a pretty good range of motion there. We got the swiveling wrist. It's not a ball joint, it's just a basic swivel. But yeah, and then we get the head, which is ball jointed and looks great. One little thing that kind of bugs me is that we've got this wooden hand, which is great, but we've got this trigger finger hand. The figure doesn't come with a gun, so why is there a trigger finger hand here? NECA's usually pretty good about the stuff they include, and they're not like a sloppy toy company, so I find it really weird that they did this, because that's kind of lazy. This right here, this is Hasbro type stuff. Now, the figure does come with a couple accessories. I wouldn't even call this an accessory. It's his alternate head, and it comes with a Lil Lori doll, which is really, really cool. One of the highlights of the first episode for me was the fight that Ash has with Lil Lori. Just cracks me up seeing Bruce Campbell fighting a little tiny doll, and you can see she's got little evil eyebrows, eyeballs well painted. The teeth within her little pink mouth looks good. The pink paint on her little outfit looks good. The sculpt of her little dress looks really, really well done. You can see the positioning of her feet, and her hair is well painted and well sculpted, as is his head here, his little screaming, scary face. Pardon my terrible but whatever. Sculpt on the tongue is great. The teeth look good. Again, the expression's great. This is a great sculpt, very expressive. Eyebrows look good. The wrinkling of the forehead looks great. The expression in the eyes is fantastic. This is a phenomenal sculpt. Hair is good too, as usual. But I'll switch this out now. Switching out the heads was super easy. That was no problem. One little bummer for me, though, is that it looks like they've sculpted gums above the teeth, but this figure's gums aren't painted pink, they're still white like the teeth, so it does look a little all white and weird. But that's just a small detail that you don't really notice unless you're looking up real close. Now, one fun little thing about this little Lori doll is that it's sculpted in a very specific little pose where she's gripping onto his nose with her left hand, her left foot is on the chin. This is straight out of the episode where she's climbing up on his face. Looks like her right arm would be holding onto his upper lip. But of course the figure can't actually stay on. There's nothing between the face and the figures, the little doll figure, to support this pose whatsoever, which is a bit of a bummer because the photo on the packaging shows the doll resting on his face in this exact position. If you really wanted to get in that exact position, you can lay the figure on the ground and have it look like she's attacking him while he's pinned to the ground, but of course that's not really how it happens in the episode. One option that's a little atypical is you could hook the figure onto Ash's hand. Her arm fits right over his middle finger over here and does look, like they're in the middle of a fight. So that's, decent. For displaying purposes, I recommend you hang the doll right there on his mouth. The hand just kind of hooks into his lower lip. Granted, it's not in the exact position it should be in if you're trying to recreate the fight from the episode, but you do get the general idea. She's hanging off his face, she's trying to kill him, and his face looks like, hey, there's a doll hanging on my face trying to kill me. The expression is appropriate. These do go together really well, and this figure on the whole looks really, really cool. As a fan of the show, I'm glad they made an episode specific figure. I mean, they could have just stuck to the basic Ash in the blue shirt and that would have been fine, but the fact that they gave us such a cool moment from the pilot, as a fan, that makes me happy. I like that we've got these double jointed elbows now. I do wish his hand could come up and actually kind of get a little closer, but oh well. And I do wish they hadn't included this trigger finger hand. The other figure, the blue shirted figure, comes with a trigger finger left hand, so this is just lazy on NECA's part. And honestly, I think NECA's better than that. They easily could have made a relaxed palm left hand to go with this, and it would have been fine. I don't know why they didn't. But despite that complaint, and despite the fact this barely comes with any accessories, I freaking love this figure. The sculpts on both heads look great. The detail, the articulation, the paint, all of it's awesome. Love it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.